So what is up, guys, and welcome to my first place deck profile of Fire Kings. I took to locals this past weekend. Absolutely loved it. This is, of course, a Fire King Dogmatika. I've been toying around with either Fire King Dogmatika or Fire King Trap Brigade. I settled on Dogmatika because it's a smaller engine that virtually does the same thing that Tri Brigade tries to achieve as well, but with less engine. So you have more, say, deck space for say non-engine stuff like your hand traps and whatnot and your power cards. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just jump right into it. First we have, of course, Gurnix and of course Kieran. These are like your two say new boss monsters that came with the structure deck. So I've been messing with this deck now for about 2 weeks now, since structure came out, and I've been loving it. These are pretty much like your turbo level 8 monsters that go into your, say, rank 8 eventually, but yeah, these guys are just insane. And then of course we have the new level 1 guy, Ponix. Insane. Say with 1-for-1 being able to turn them out right from the deck is nuts. And we also have good old, say, Rangural, and of course 2 Arvada, and then 1 Bearbong. Apologies if I pronounce any of these names wrong. But yeah, solid thing. This allows you to recur, say Fire King card during your next standby phase once he's sent and destroyed. This is your monster effect negate, and this is your spell effect negate. So this guy is just, Arvada is just honestly go. So, but that's it for the Fire King monsters itself. I thought it was just a good solid lineup. The ratios were good, and never really noticed a problem with it. So yeah. Dogmatika stuff, Maximus and Fertilise, your only 2 Dogmatika stuff. I messed around with Ecclesia for a little bit and find that she was really not needed. So, and I've seen that a lot of people prefer just these 2 as well, because you have, of course, Nadir Servant, which you can just search them out with. So yeah, that is your say Dogmatika engine. And say with it being able to send cards from the graveyard, can trigger so many effects off. It's just nuts. Next, Fire King Sanctuary. Good dope card instantly. A lot of people have been cutting it down to 2. I really don't see why, but it's insane. And of course Skyburn, and then of course we have Fire King Island. 2 tanky. Be careful of tanky because you don't want to get drolled, and because this is a droll magnet, so be wary on that. You don't want to be locked in droll. I mean, it's not really the end of the world, but it sucks, especially with, it just always sucks. Then Call by the Grave and 1-for-1 for some just main deck power spells for the spell cards. If you do run 1 trap in the deck, and it's good old Schism, we can make Winda. Winda's just insanely good. Having the Floodgate in the field, why not? Say being able to send, say, Alp Cologne with the Dogmatika package is just nuts. Our non-engine stuff, of course, 3 Ash. Ash is probably one of the best hand traps this format. It's always just good anyway to always have. 2 Droll, because Droll is broken. DD Crow and Servatus. Searchable by Herald, searchable by Shureg, so why not have searchable hand traps? DD Crow is always just good. And Servatus is just nuts and just annoying to deal with. And then our 2 Tactics, and of course we have the 2 Imperm, so that rounds up for the main deck. Also shout out for Konami giving Droll and Lockbird and Infinite Impermanences in a structure deck again, so making those really easy to get to. Next, cards you'll send off in your Dogmatika stuff: Herald, of course, Nestis, Garuda, and the Titanic Clad. Search it on your Dogmatika stuff. We also have the El Shadal stuff, Winda and Alp Cologne. You also can send Alp Cologne, get Schism that way, be able to make Winda. So see, either with one of your other cards you send, or your Link Karibo, which is usually part of your Heat Soul line, which is coming up. See, we got Link Karibo, of course, because this is really needed for Heat Soul. All Mirage, Sunlight Wolf, and Heat Soul. You'll need Link Karibo to make, say, Heat Soul, because you need 2 different attribute types for Cyrus monsters. So being able to make Link Karibo and then Sunlight Wolf, going to that, yeah, nuts. And then say once you link Sunlight and Link Karibo off to make Heat Soul, then you have this life for your say window play. So it's great. We also have the Tri Brigade stuff. We have good old Furzet and Shureg. Insane card during testing. This is the one thing I really did not want to test from the Tri Brigade engine, and it's mostly just a main staple now in Fire Kings anyway, this variant anyway. So having the flexibility and versatility of these 2 cards is just nuts. And of course we have the 1 Sahita. This is in here for the mirror match. This card is pretty nuts against the mirror match, so I always just had it because Fire Kings, I figured, are still prevalent. And then we have Gurnix Eternity, a rank 8 generic Exceed monster that just board wipes, is annoying to deal with, and then he can pop a spell and trap card by detaching something, and then he floats Fire Kings back depending on how many materials he has on him. So good boss monster, a solid good boss monster, really good, love him. Being able to float back into a bunch of annoying things, pushing for OTKs and everything else, is just nuts with that. But yeah, That's it for the Fire Kings. Really thoroughly enjoyed this deck over the weekend and the last couple weeks building it. Definitely become like one of my more recent favorites, especially. And I know the OCG has a support card that we haven't got yet. I think it's just a Stratos, honestly, for the deck that I see. See, once it comes over here, it's gonna make the deck probably a lot better. So yeah, but that's it for the profile. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. And until my next video, stay safe and stay healthy out there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.